And we're live again! Woo! And I've moved. What? So we're playing Star Wars Destiny now!
What's Star Wars Destiny?
Glad you asked, person that's off camera cooking green beans because we needed vegetables for our dinner. Let's move the camera a little towards me for a little bit, because Steve's out of frame. So, Star Wars Destiny is a collectible card game. It might be a trading card game, I'm not really sure. It's a dice and card game, though. So there's that. So, in Star Wars Destiny, you have a deck that is exactly 30 cards, and in addition to that deck, you have a number of characters whose point values is less than 30, can be equal to or less than 30. Mine is exactly 30. And the goal of the game is to defeat your opponent by either killing all of their characters, because each character has a health value, or by milling your opponent, which means your opponent has out of cards. They have no cards in their hand, and they have no cards in their deck, I believe. That's it. They have played all of their cards. You win. Yes. If they have no cards in their hands and no cards in the deck, you win as well. So, in addition, there you go. For each character that you have in your possession, you have a die for that character. And the dice they have information. Sorry, I changed the lighting situation, and so now, let me just do this really fast. Okay. That doesn't help at all. So, the cards are sleeved, so it's, yeah. But that should help. You can't really see the intricacies of these, I'm sorry. If I was better at streaming, you would be able to see exactly what they were. But, yeah, so each character has at least one die on them, and some characters you can have 2 dice if you have enough points. So the number of points that a character counts for is in the lower left of the card. So if a character is unique, there is the chance that There's the chance that they could have 1 or 2 dice, and you can build your deck depending. And so Poe is such that if I only have 1 die, he's worth 14 points. But if I had 2 Poe dice, he would be worth 18 points. So Steve has 2 Kylo Ren dice. So Kylo is worth 13 points in his deck. And Vader here, he has 1 dice. And so Vader is worth 16 points. So Steve has a 29 point character setup. So that is how that works. I have exactly 30 because Kylo is worth 14 because I have 1 die. And then I have 2 hired guns, which are each worth 18, or each worth 8 points. There we go. Hi, Kabuki Kid. Okay, so the other restrictions on deck building is that if you are building a hero deck, you can only have hero or neutral cards in your deck, and that says it down in the bottom left. If you're building a villain deck, you can only have villain or neutral cards. Same dealio. In addition, the color of cards in your deck depends on which characters you have. So I have a red character and 2 yellow characters, so I can put both red and yellow hero cards in my deck because my characters are heroes. Steve has 2 blue villains, and so his deck may only have blue villain cards in it, with the exception of neutrals or gray colored cards, which can go in any colored deck. And that's it. So, thematically, blue is Force users, red is military, like the Rebel Alliance or the Imperial Army, and then yellow is scoundrels, so basically merchants, smugglers, freelance, stuff like that. So... Contractors, there we go. Nasty chiclet keyboard, mechanical keyboard. Oh. It's a Bluetooth keyboard, and it's small and fits my backpack, so I'm happy with it.
It fits on our table. When we have a big game.
It does fit on our table. So that's basically the deck building. And so in this game, on your turn, you can take 1 of 6 possible actions. Steve went for Butterfinger Pie and ice cream for his dessert, which is going to be loud for him to eat. Way to go, Steve.
It was my destiny.
Maybe eat it out of frame, like in the kitchen, while I continue teaching. Alright, so the first thing you can do is you can play a hand from your card from your hand. At the beginning of every round, you'll draw back up to 5 cards in your hand. What was that? That was a doggy that did something.
She bumped the power.
Oh, okay. So one of the things that you can do is play a card from your hand. Certain cards, all cards that you can play from your hand will have a potential cost, which costs resources, which are these tiny little tokens right here. Woohoo! Also, in addition to drawing 5 cards, at the beginning of a round, everybody gets 2 resources. Forgot to mention that. So you pay the cost of the card, and then you just do what the card says. Woohoo! Some cards are events, so they're basically instances, so you play them, resolve them, and then you're done. Some cards are support, and so they'll stay out, and you can exhaust them, aka tap them, to do stuff. Certain cards will allow you to even get extra character dice that you can roll. And then some cards are upgrades, which you will attach to a character and give that character a new ability. Oftentimes, it's additional dice. So we have a whole bunch of dice, they're off camera for the most part, that we will be introducing into the game to play with. And we'll talk about that in a second. The other thing that you can do on your turn is you can activate a character, so you exhaust them. When you activate a character, you roll any dice attached to that character, and then the dice are they're there. Then, something else that you can do on your turn is resolve dice. So, when you have your dice rolled, they'll be in front of you, and you can activate as many as you want of a specific symbol type. So, there's resources, there's range damage, there's melee damage, there is shields, so you can attach shields to your characters. There are disrupts, where you can cause your opponent to discard a resource token. There is the discard, so you can force your opponent to randomly discard a card from their hand. And then there are specials. And so specials will mean that you get to do the special ability on the card associated with the dice. There's also focus, and when you do a focus, it allows you to change another dice to any side that you want of that die. But you don't get to activate it that turn, you just get to change it to that side. So that's basically the dice thing. And you get to choose how many of a symbol type you want to activate when you do that. Other thing you can do on your turn, you can discard a card from your hand to reroll as many of your dice as you want. But if you have already used the dice that turn, it's going to go back on the character or card that it came from, and you won't be able to reroll that dice until you reactivate that character, but you can't do that if they are still exhausted. So yeah. But yeah, you can discard a card from your hand and reroll as many dice that you have available in your pool. Pretty simple. Then you can use a card action. So like I said, certain cards that you play will stay in play, and then you can later activate them and exhaust them to use them. So that is an action that you can do on your turn, is just activate a card. And then the last possible thing that you can do on your turn is claim the battlefield. Option. It's an option that you can do on your turn. You can only ever do one thing. So everybody that builds a deck comes to the game with a battlefield card, and whoever wins the die roll at the very beginning gets to pick which battlefield is used in the game. And so you're only going to use one battlefield, and different battlefields will grant different rewards when they're claimed. So claiming a battlefield basically means like you gain control of the battlefield for the round. So I could claim the battlefield, I would do what it says, and then my turn is now over. Because in Star Wars Destiny, you take turns taking actions until somebody has passed. And once you have passed for a round, you're out for the round. As soon as you claim a battlefield for the round, you're out for the round. So your opponent can take as many actions as they want until they too pass. Then, once everybody has passed, you'll unexhaust all characters and all cards. You will reallocate dice back from your pool if you had any left to where they go. You can discard as many cards as you want from your hand, and then you'll draw back up to 5, and then every player will get 2 additional resources, and then you'll go again. And whoever owns the battlefield has control over the battlefield is the person who gets to go first at the beginning of a round. And that's how you play Star Wars Destiny. Steve, did you finish your dessert? He's almost done. So normally when you play, your character dice, they're like known and your characters are out, but like your other dice that you have that might come out in your deck, you kind of keep off to the side hidden so players don't know what's in your deck if they haven't faced you before. We don't have dice bags. I'm actually going to use my dice bag pattern, which is on my YouTube channel. You can search for the One Tower Dice Bag. It's like my most popular video by a lot. I think there's like 14,000 views on it right now. But we have all of our dice just in this box with all of our cards. So yeah. The boosters are $3 MSRP, and when you open a booster, you always get one dice, and the dice are associated with rare cards, and then you will get, so you get the one rare card associated with the dice, and then you'll get 4 additional cards of varying values. But all dice are essentially rare, but there are some dice that are legendary rare. And those are like Poe. Poe is legendary rare, and Darth Vader is legendary rare. And yeah, we have some other really awesome rare cards that might be coming up in this game as we play. So, stream started. Rules taught. Steve, not sure in frame. Not in frame.
How cool is the thumbnail? That's what I want to know.
I'll show you the thumbnail later. But shuffle your decks, sir.
Also, our locations are pretty rad.
Oh yeah, our locations are great. Steve has brought the Emperor's Throne Room. His is a villain force deck, so he's got Vader and Kylo. Mine is a basically military scoundrel deck, because I've got Poe and 2 hired guns. And then I have the Rebel War Room. So yeah. This
is the Death Star 2 going back to Yavin.
You know way more about Star Wars than I do.
To finish the job.
Way more. Tiff needs to teach Steve how to shuffle. Alright, so before we draw, we're going to roll. So to determine who goes first, you roll all of the character dice that you have out. And then you just add up all the visible numbers. So I get a 2.
I also get a 2.
I think we reroll.
My die defeated
3.
your die. Also a 3.
Oh my god. I'm actually going to get us a playmat because the dice rolling is kind of loud.
Oh, get the Star Wars one.
We have the star map, but it's the full table and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I can get the Eminent Domain one.
Yeah, that's Star Wars enough.
Wait, is that Eminent Domain? That's Lotus. That's Vizier. We have so many playmats now.
The orange one will have really good contrast.
Yeah, it'd be super glorific, but yeah, okay. It's got signatures on it.
It's our signature map.
It's our signature map.
Sometimes I think you hate me.
I do hate you. It's good that you know. Woo! I'll move the keyboard out. Okay, let's... Cool. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, it's much better.
This is the die match, because it's going to kill you.
2, 3, you go first. Okay, so Steve gets to pick which battlefield we use today. And then...
Okay, so Rebel War Room. If you claim it, resolve one of your dice. If it has a resource cost, you don't have to pay it. The Emperor's Throne Room. If you claim it, turn one of your dice to a side showing a special ability, then you may resolve that die. I mean, how could I not? How could I not?
Mm-hmm.
Emperor's Throne Room.
Alright, so we're playing with the Emperor's Throne Room, which means
I have to pick it.
my battlefield wasn't chosen, so I get to take 2 shields.
It's our destiny.
So each character can have maximum 3 shields on them. A shield absorbs the damage and then is spent.
So you're saying is Poe Dameron has plot armor?
What?
You gave him plot armor?
Kind of, yeah. And then we each get 2 resources to start the round. 5 cards. And because it's Steve's battlefield, he starts. Boom! Oh yeah. This hand. Dun 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 dun.
Okay, I'm gonna activate
What's
Kylo.
this one look like? Not good at all. So Steve activated Kylo, so he tapped
That is my
Kylo
turn.
and rolled Kylo's dice. So I'm going to try and remember what your ability is.
Deal the damage of the card in your hand.
I'm going to give Hunker Down to Poe. So playing a card is my turn. So Steve's turn.
Activate Vader. Or as I like to say, I'm going to activate her. 2 melee.
You're a horrible version. I'm going to squad tactics to activate both my hired guns at once.
Wow.
Oh, snapsies.
Wow! Alright. Well, Grand Moff Tarkin says there's a disturbance in the Force.
What's
so
it do?
reroll all dice. I don't want to take 6 damage.
It's alright, it's alright.
So that's your turn, yeah?
That was your turn.
No, I mean...
Now it's my
is,
turn.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do logistics to spot a red character, so there has to be a red character alive. To resolve one of my dice, showing resources, which is this one, to increase the value by 1. So I resolve this to get 2 resources.
I'll just give
That's
you
not
2
a damage.
You have to take it, you put your hand on it.
Oh my god. So, I have
Okay.
4 damage.
I'm going to spend a resource to do 4 damage to that hired gun.
To this hired gun?
Yeah.
So it takes 4 damage. I am going to put Black 1 into play!
What?
That's right, it's Poe's ship. So I spent all of this. Okay. What? It's your turn.
How many cards in your hand? I'm going to claim...
To activate Kylo's special?
Kylo's special, and I'm going to wish that Black 1 was still in your hand.
It's not.
It's a 2. Oh, hold on. Do I... Okay, I had to choose the character first. I would have chosen the one... I have to choose the character and then do it, so... I chose the hired gun.
Explain his power to everybody.
So, Kylo's power is choose an opponent's character, then look at a random card in that opponent's hand, and deal damage to that character equal to the cost of the card you looked at. So it's some sort of mind proby
Thing.
Although not actual mind probe, but like it's some mind force
Okay.
thing.
So he claimed, so he's done for the round, so I can do all the actions I want. So I'm going to activate action, hunker down, to give a shield to Poe. Then I'm going to activate Black 1. Nice.
Wow.
And then I'm going to activate Poe. That sucks. I'm going to go ahead and do... I'm going to discard that to reroll Poe and my hired gun. Okay, okay. I will resolve my resources to get 2 resources because they are not lost between turns.
Wait, when you discard your reroll, isn't that an action, or is that a...
Yeah, I'm doing a whole bunch of actions because you passed.
Great.
You're done. Then I will deal 3 damage via Black 1 to... Oh, Kylo.
Done.
So we can discard as many cards as we want, and then draw back up to 5. Ichi is being the fun police. So it's the end of the round, so everybody gets unexhausted. And we each get 2 new resources. And resources don't go away, so I now have 4. Which is super awesome. I just want to show you guys something while Steve is in here. Just want to show that to you. I don't know if... There we go. Come on, focus. Focus! It's fine. It's fine. You saw nothing.
Ichi, in the kitchen. Come.
Should I go on first?
Ichi, come on, in the kitchen.
I don't think you're gonna win this battle without treats, like actual treats.
Ichi, come here. Ichi,
So Poe's special ability is I can discard a card from my hand, and then I can resolve one of its sides of its die if able, and then if it's a vehicle, I can play it directly from my discard. So that's the thing.
Ichi.
She's too smart for you. Yeah, I just give it up. I give you 2 resources. I showed the chat a thing.
Alright. Just draw one.
Okay. You start because you claim the battlefield last round. Great.
Activate Kylo.
So my battlefield, if I had a card, it would be relevant, but I don't have that card.
You should.
I'm going to hit and run, activating Poe. Damn it. Poe stinks! But it's ambush, which means I get to take another action after I do it. So my ambush shall be that I attach Scout to this hired gun, which costs me 1 resource.
Okay. I'm going to attach Immobilize to Darth Vader.
And then I have to add the Scout die.
For 2. And then I need to get that.
Yeah, that's the problem with this massive die solution, is that it's not really a good solution. Which one am I looking for?
Immobilize.
I'm looking for Scout. Okay. Alrighty. I will activate this hired gun. Whoa. Oh, nice. Your turn.
Activator.
Okay. I'll activate Scout's ability, look at your hand, and then I get to discard the cheapest card. But I still get to look at your whole hand.
Drops.
Okay. That's the discard, and that's your hand. Your turn.
Okay. Choose that hired gun, and I deal damage to a random card.
He steps out of it.
Ichi. Okay, in the past, we would penalize Xena for trying to play with the cat.
Ichi, in the kitchen. Ichi, in the kitchen. Come on.
Ichi keeps barking because Xena's trying to play with the cat.
Come on. Yeah, you can't hide under mom. In the kitchen. Yeah, in the kitchen. Come on.
This is why we don't do double stream. So
Ichi, come here.
I'll use mom voice.
Ichi, come on. Let's go. Ichi. Ichi, come on. Ichi, go. Come on. Ichi. Yeah. Sit. Good girl. Lay down. Lay down. Yes.
Okay. Ichi is in the bedroom. And it was...
I just did that.
You just damaged me. Yep. I will... Pay 1 to field medic, so I heal 2. I'm gonna make you use it all. Mwahaha. It'd be a pretty cute puppy cam right now.
I'm gonna do the 3 damage from Vader to that hired gun.
Oh. Activating black 1.
Discard this to reroll. This. 2 shields, right? Your turn.
Activating the nearly dead hired gun. Oh, nice.
Two shields on Kylo. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to spend 1 to shoot the 2 shields on Kylo.
Your turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim Kylo's power against the hired gun. Look at a random card. It's going to be a 0 because that's how I roll.
Apparently I got these cards goes.
I should have done that against. Oh. Wow. Alright.
Yep.
The Millennium Falcon is 5, so that did 5 damage to that hired gun. Who only had 3 health left.
Yep.
Kylo, you're
He's a something,
you're
alright.
something. You know whose ship that was? That was your dad's ship. Spoilers.
Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to spend that to reroll. Poe, you're killing me, man.
I don't think he's actually.
So you've claimed, so I can just do what I want. So
Tiffany does what she wants, the game.
2 shields. Yeah.
This is where I want that TIE Fighter. Just to remove all shields.
Yep.
That's the special.
Alright, get 2 resources.
And 3 cards.
You start.
Activate Kylo.
He didn't discard the Falcon, though. He just revealed the Falcon and dealt that amount of damage.
Nice. Okay, your turn.
So, yeah. Tragedy. But... I'm gonna activate the hired gun. Nice.
One resource.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay 2 to give Poe the jetpack.
That's not canon.
Poe would totally rock a jetpack. It's totally canon. You don't know what he's flown and what he hasn't flown.
He's sailed a lot of ships.
He has sailed a lot of ships.
3 resources to give Vader a lightsaber. A more civilized weapon, or an elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Activating Poe. Well, at least he showed a side.
Activator. Thanks.
I'm gonna activate Black 1. Nice.
As an action, remove this die to turn a die to a side showing a blank.
I will deal 4 damage to Kylo. You gonna cry about it?
Mm-hmm.
As you should.
Discard this to reroll these. That was actually worse. That was a worse roll.
I'm going to discard that to reroll these 2. Focus and a weapon. Nice.
Take the resource.
I will focus that to the 3 side.
I will reroll all dice, because there's a disturbance in the force. Do you mind if I reroll your dice, or do you want to reroll?
I want to reroll my dice. Because you're a jerk. 2 shields and 3 weapon. Kylo currently has 7 on him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he has 6 left. No, 5 left. 4 left.
4 left.
4 left.
I will claim the battlefield to activate his special to discard the Millennium Falcon to deal 4 damage to Kylo.
Wow! That didn't see that coming. Hey,
Oh.
Xena! Hey,
Xena
Xena!
chased the cat.
Hey, come here.
And E.G.'s in the bedroom like, see?
This is what I prevent.
So my deck is a Poe deck, and so Poe's special ability is discard cards that have dice things to use the dice things, which is great if he can roll a special, but Steve's Empire thing is just use the special. So Steve actually helped me out quite a bit. Or something. So I just destroyed the Millennium Falcon to do 4 damage. Alternatively, I could have used the Millennium Falcon to get 2 resources and then buy the Millennium Falcon, but it costs 5 resources and I don't have enough. I was planning to do that, But it made more sense for me to just kill Kylo. So Kylo is gone. Which is good.
So is the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, well, I can get it out of the trash. That's the best part. Because it's a support card, and I have the cards that let me scavenge. So.
The cat just knocked Knight's tail.
But we found the case!
Yeah, thanks, cat.
Thank you, Getty. And now it's Steve's turn. And he'll be back.
So you claimed... Oh, that was my hand. You didn't see anything.
No. I claimed. I'm done.
No, but you didn't see the cards in my hand.
No. Oh, it's your turn.
I'm just done.
Oh, you're done? Okay. Please. So I go first this round. Each character can have maximum 3 cards attached to them, so upgrades or abilities or whatnot. Nice. I'm going to put BB-8 into play. So BB-8 is a support character. He's a droid. And he has his own die.
Pulling strings, look at the top 3 cards of any deck, then place them in the top and or bottom of that deck in any order.
Nice. Do you mind if I go ahead of you? Or no? Before you pick?
Oh, I get 2 resources.
You do. Yes. Alright, well you debate life choices. I'm going to activate Poe! Poe? You're killing me, man. You're killing me, Poe. Poe has 1 blank side, and I have rolled it more than any other side.
Activated.
I love that you say activator. Holy shields, Batman. Steve just rolled 3 shields. I'm going to play Unpredictable to reroll a die with an ambush. Mother trucker! I rerolled it, and it was still nothing. So I'm going to, as my second action, discard that card to reroll it again. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm putting 3 shields on Vader because, of course, I am.
Wow, okay. I will go ahead and resolve my Boba Fett to disrupt, discard resource.
Just a resource?
Yep.
And then I'm just going to claim which is nothing.
Okay. I'm going to reroll roll hired gun. Nice. And then I will roll black 1. Nah. I'll roll BB-8. BB's got nothing.
It's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm not playing super well.
Yeah, it's okay. You've also forgotten Vader's ability every turn.
Oh! It's in really tiny text.
Oh, man. I'm going to focus this to the special side? No. I'm going to focus it to the 3 side.
You just do 9 damage to Vader.
Just do 9 damage to Vader, yeah. Yeah, that's my turn. And then I'm done. So I'll draw 3, get 2 resources. Do you want 2 resources? Okay. And then you claimed, so you start. Good girl, Xena. I'll unhook you. Daddy's taking a turn. Good job. Good job being in timeout, even though I don't think you understand it or appreciate the implications of timeout.
Alright, I'm going to discard 2 cards to draw 3 cards.
That's where that trainer jumped back went.
And then I claim, so I go first?
Yeah.
I'm going to enrage, deal a damage to Vader to gain 1.
Whoops. Just move that camera. Alright, I'm going to play Infamous. So, before I play a yellow card, I can exhaust this support to give it the ambush keyword.
My turn again?
Yeah.
I'm going to do Mind Probe for 4. Your turn.
Youchie! I'm going to activate Poe.
Which has this really crazy art of...
It's a scene from the movie.
Yeah. Okay, Activator. Just the lamest roll of all the lame rolls.
Well, but you got Mind Probe Special.
I did.
What's that one?
Deal an opponent's character 1 damage for each card in that opponent's hand.
Oh, shiznit. That is not a good idea, Tiff. Okay, I'm going to activate BB-8. Whoa!
I'm going to Mind Probe.
Ow.
And I'm going to Mind Probe. Kind of go to Mind Probe. No. Yeah, I'm going to Mind Probe Poe.
Okay, so I take 1 damage. But you nuke all my shields.
Yep.
I'm going to Logistics BB-8s to get 2 resources.
I'm going to use this lightsaber to get 1 resource.
I'm going to add the blaster to hired gun for 3 resources.
So I'm going to Force Strike for 1. Turn over my blue dice to a side showing melee damage and resolve it. So 3 to Poe.
Oh yeah. Gonna activate hired gun. Oh, I didn't roll his blaster. Hang on. I need to find the blaster. Blaster is red.
What's the type of blaster? The snipey one?
Yeah, right here. Found it. It's got the grass around it. Okay, solve that. Incision.
I'm gonna remove this die to turn a die to a side showing a blank.
Via what?
The immobilize action.
Okay. I'm gonna activate the ship for that.
Okay, I'm gonna claim, which does nothing.
I am going to. Special. Look at your hand and remove the cheapest card. Cool.
I also have Force Strike.
Then I'm going to discard Scramble to reroll.
Yeah, I don't think Vader's gonna make it.
Oh yeah, no, Vader's not making it. Post special! But I don't have a thing! That's way too loud.
Sorry.
I don't have the thing for post special. But I can deal 2 unblockable damage with the rifle special, and then I can do 4 damage from the black one.
4?
4, because it's that plus the jetpack. Which is ironic. It's kind of silly the black one is using the jetpack on Poe. But, you know. And Poe's special, I can do it, but there's no die value on that card. Did I just kill him?
You
And
shot Darth Vader with an X-Wing.
I did shoot Darth Vader with an X-Wing, and I won! And that's Star Wars Destiny! That was a really quick game. I just want you guys to know, Steve's Darth Vader had an ability, which was whenever he activated Darth Vader, so when he tapped him and rolled his dice, he could force me to discard a card. And he forgot the entire game to do that. So, I was going to remind him, but I decided not to because it definitely benefited me not to remind him of that. But the first time we played these decks, because these decks we made ourselves, it was a lot closer of a game. And I think if Steve had remembered that ability, it would have been a lot closer. So, yeah, because he could have forced me to discard some awesome stuff that I had at some points. But yeah, that's the game. We have invested, if I'm going to actually tell you the numbers, I think we've actually invested close to $200 now into Star Wars Destiny for this collection.
But most of that was store trade-in credit.
Yeah, like 140 of that was store credit at multiple stores in the Portland area via selling used games. So real money, we've invested shy of $50, I think, so far.
And a good chunk of that is like redirected lunch money.
Yeah, like I've been skipping lunches or like not buying daily coffees to buy boosters. So that tells you about this addiction. Like today, I bought some more. Where's the ones I bought today?
Oh yeah, they're in the spice bag.
Yeah, so, but we started with each a starter kit. Because I played the game, my coworker had a collection, and we played it, and I decided it would be a game that Steve would enjoy, and more importantly, I would enjoy playing with him, because the deck building is so easy. Like, we have Netrunner. We have a sizable Netrunner collection. Like, and we have 2 of everything in Netrunner, because for a while there, when we were playing Netrunner, we had this, like, rule where if one of us bought a Netrunner pack, we had to buy the other one a Netrunner pack, so we have a lot of Netrunner, and we have a lot of money in Netrunner. And we don't play Netrunner.
Well, and we stopped being able to deck build at some point because we had too many cards.
Well, yeah, it just became a lot harder to track the collection and deck build, and there just became so many different everything. So Netrunner is kind of dead for me, because it's just, I don't have the time to invest in Netrunner, whereas this is our entire Destiny collection, and I now, because of the restrictions on either you're building a hero deck or you're building a villain deck, and you're either building, like, you're restricted in colors to your deck, it's, like, a lot easier, it's a lot easier to deck build, and that's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily like Magic, is because there's just so many cards. I just can't even wrap my head around it in regards to trying to build a strategy or what I want. Pokemon, kind of similar. There's like so many cards, but because of how the sets release, and it's a kids game, it's like purposely smaller. So for Pokemon, I like it. I have a feeling when Destiny starts to get larger, I'm not going to be nearly as interested in it, and we'll probably cap the collection.
When it's like a new set. Like, I feel like we'll probably get this set, and then it will be...
Yeah, we'll have fun deck building it for like a while, and then it'll kind of probably die. So, yeah. Kabuki Kid, your brain is too amazing. I just can't. We have too many other board games. That's the biggest one. Is I don't want to invest into Magic because we just have so many other games that I'd rather be playing instead of investing into like all the cards. So, yeah. But I hope that helped give you a taste of Star Wars Destiny if you had any thoughts or feelings about it or were curious about it. I hope that helped. Like I said, this is our entire collection. We have bought a booster box, and then I think in individual boosters, I have gotten probably a booster box worth. We could count the dice.
Yeah, we can count the dice, except
There's 18 in the starter set. There's 18, there's 9 in each starter set. And then you always get a die and a booster. So these, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
pull out 18.
Okay, so these are the starter sets. So everything else is boosters, essentially. So 2, 4. I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, the dice really make it more obvious the size.
Yeah, and like my really we also have a Han Solo, which is awesome. I want to build a Han deck. But I have a friend, my coworker, who has also invested probably about the same amount of money, and his collection is at the point where he's got duplicates of some really awesome stuff. So he and I can trade our dupes to do some stuff. So like flamethrower, I have a bunch of extra flamethrowers. So yeah, so 10, 20, 30. I don't know. I don't feel that bad now. Unless I have more dice stashed someplace.
53. And then the booster box was 36?
Yeah. So we have opened 53 boosters. And I am very confident in our deck building capabilities and also our trading capabilities for various things that we might want to trade for. So yeah.
Cool. That was fun. I need to remember Vader's ability.
You really do need to remember Vader's ability. I want to build a mill deck. I really want to build a mill deck. But Patience is a villain, isn't it?
It's a hero.
It's a force. Oh.
Yeah, Patience is removed.
I think an Amidala force. But we only have Rey for our heroes, our force heroes.
Yeah.
I wanted a Luke, and then frickin' Alex got a Luke and traded it to Ben. But yeah. I want to build a mill deck, a hero mill deck. The Poe deck that I run is an event deck. So the idea is that you just do a whole bunch of stuff on your turn, and there's a chance that I could mill myself, but the idea is with Poe's special ability, I can just like blast it. So I'm not the kind of person to sell collections. So it's one of those things where like if we enjoy this game, we'll keep a subset. Like honestly, right now we could just stop and we would have a solid collection to play and enjoy for at the rate at which we play games, probably for quite a while. And then we'll forget about it and we can rebuild. Because like I didn't mess with my Pokemon cards for years, like 15 years, and then I rediscovered it and played with it, and it was super awesome. And I'll pare it down and like sell some stuff or just get rid of some stuff, and then I'll have like a nice collection that I can play with later. And so at this point, I would probably pare this collection down a little bit on the duplicates via trading, and then we could just lock it, and it would be
it would be good.
It would be good.
We could kind of build whatever we wanted.
Yeah. And the same with our Netrunner. We actually have seriously discussed that. Because we have 2 of everything in Netrunner, we're going to sell one of our Netrunner collections, I believe. And then we'll still have a pretty robust Netrunner collection, so if the mood ever does strike us, we can just sit and build Netrunner. And the great thing about Netrunner is because it's runner versus corp, we can... we don't. If one of us will always build runner and one of us will always build corp, and we'll like swap. And if we want to take apart a deck, like we don't have a problem being like, oh, let's make a deck list, and then we can take apart stuff. So yeah, and I didn't like Dice Masters as a game. Dice Masters annoyed me. I did not like that.
Well, there was something about Dice Masters. I guess I don't know.
It was too dice driven. Like, this game is significantly more... Like, the ratio of card to dice is completely opposite. It's one flip from Dice Masters. So, yeah. Chad Roberts says, I just worry that Destiny will be a flash in the pan, kind of like Dice Masters. And that's fine. People got enjoyment out of Dice Masters for, like, 2 years. That's a good run for enjoyment-wise. If you're putting a lot of money into it, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems like standard Fantasy Flights. The new sets will have, like, certain core mechanics that they try out. Stuff will shift, but...
Yeah. You should pull out the characters. The hired guns.
I just like sorting stuff.
Yeah, I know. We have so many military-based characters.
I'm just happy we have 2 lightsabers. Like, we can do a lightsaber duel, you know?
Yeah. Well, really, if you have a Force deck, you should have
2 lightsabers.
So we definitely have more red characters. I think we also have more hero characters.
Yeah.
Or no, we have more villain characters. Depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, these guys are these helmet dudes.
Yeah, Rebel Troopers.
That's what I thought.
Didn't one come in the starter? Yeah.
Yeah, because one was with Rey. But yeah, we have 3 of them now.
Are these... No, these are heroes?
This is a villain. These are heroes. Yeah.
Oh, that's a power.
Yeah, we have... So, heroes, villains.
So, like, it's pretty...
Heroes, villains, like, upgrades and other vehicles and stuff like that. And then types. It's pretty balanced for the number of packs that we've opened. So, anyway. There is no Boba Fett character.
There is a Jango Fett, but...
There's a Jango Fett, and then there's some scoundrel stuff. So there's the jetpack and the flamethrower, but the jetpack is neutral, I think, and then the flamethrower is villain, which stinks, because we have 3 of them.
But Shoot First, which you got, is a hero card.
Yeah. Well, but if you want to build a Jango Fett deck, I think Jango's a villain.
Yeah, Jango's a villain.
So, yep. But there you go.
Wow, the Rebel Trooper has a Guardian ability. Before you activate this character, you may resolve an opponent's die showing damage against it.
Oh, hi, Aldi. It's like, Scott. Who's Scott? Oh, it's Aldi. Looked cold. Yeah, it's cold here. We're saving on our heating bill by wearing sweaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our collection. We have a decent collection. Like, we have some legendaries. We have, basically, if I want to build a deck, I know that I can trade cards pretty easily to my friend Alex to get what I want, or I can just build it. So, that's nice. The starters are really good, though. If you're really interested in playing and you can find something that has a starter, the starters are really solid.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a good vibe for the thing, and if nothing else, you're paying, $15. If you're buying for, like, 2 people, you're paying $30. It's an interesting system. So, yeah. And this is coming from a Pokemon player. It's partially Netrunner. Yeah.
What other Blue Force users are there? There's
Luke.
Qui-Gon, Luke.
Qui-Gon and Luke.
That's it? Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple more.
I guess it makes sense that there's not.
Somebody was saying there's basically one character for each type, for each faction, for each movie series.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Poe is this series, Leia is last series. I think these guys are the prequels, maybe? And then we have prequel.
Oh
main
yeah,
series.
they're all next to each other on the sheet. So like, yeah.
I like cold. I miss cold and snow. I miss it. Steve is not so much.
Poe is red, right? No. Yes.
Poe's red, yeah, he's military.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay. So there's like Padme, Han, and Finn are the yellow heroes. And then Qui-Gon, Rey, and Luke are the blue heroes. And then Akbar, Leia, and Poe are the red heroes from like each series-ish. And then the yellow villains are Jango Fett, Jabba, and then Balatik. And then the blue villains are Count Dooku, Vader, and Kylo. And then the red villains are Captain Phasma, General Grievous, and General Veers.
Sorry. Aldi said I like the big dice, and Chad said, and you cannot lie. It's true.
Yep.
Aldi, I was telling them, so we counted, and this is 53 boosters plus the 2 starters. Or 54 boosters. 53 boosters and the starters. And we have spent just shy of $200. So, and we feel really confident in our ability to deck build anything we want and or trade for anything we want. So yeah. That was the conversation that you missed. Right, so 53 times $3. So yeah, it would be
100, almost 160.
Well, it would be $189 MSRP, not including tax. And we live in Oregon, so there's no sales tax, which is really nice. And then we'll just totally mention that 140 of it was store credit, which is why we were willing to invest so much. So yeah, there you go. Fun facts.
Cool. All right. On that note,
the secondary market right now is pretty crazy hot. Like the Vader card we have is consistently selling for $50, which is kind of crazy to me. Vader is the most valuable card right now.
I mean, I guess for some people,
and Luke and Vader.
I think for some people, the secondary market like is the game,
which it's not for us.
Yeah.
So. Yep. But I got another hit and run today, which I want to add to my deck because I love hits and runs. We have another raised staff though, which kind of sucks. Squad tactics.
Oh, I got the Han Blaster. I gotta add that to my Han deck.
The black market has to go in my deck. Have you seen that? You don't have a Han deck.
You
don't have a Han deck.
Well, not yet.
Draw 2 cards. You may play an upgrade from your hand, decreasing its cost by 1. Which is awesome! In Poe deck. I also wanted to add... I wanted to add to your deck. I think your deck would really benefit from Isolation and the Sith Hollow.
Yeah, I pulled these out because they were singles, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to get them reliably. Yeah.
I mean, I need another Impulse. I desperately need another Impulse. Also, we got another Jedi Temple, which is kind of nice. This one I think is also new.
Oh, the Sith Holocron is free. I missed that when I was.
You would want that in your deck against mine.
Oh, is it another one? I had one.
Do you have one in your deck? Because that's another one I just.
Yeah, you discarded it from me last game.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for you. Here's another Isolation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Rebel Trooper. Oh yeah. The GMT has a fruit tree. It's a hollow foil. It's pretty funny. It's silly. We get a bunch of GMTs. When you order from certain distributors, they just send you a whole bunch of GMTs. So we have 8 of them at the store, and nobody wants them. So we just open them and grab the promos and that.
But what are the GMTs?
I missed BGG so much, but we had a lot of fun with our family. I don't know. It's really tough. BGG was really tough, but you didn't get in on pizza, I'm assuming. But we ordered a surprise pizza for our friends at BGG that we were missing. Sorry, Aldi said...
Wait, our friends were missing?
No, we were missing our friends. Yeah, it's tough because we live in Oregon, and Oregon is equidistant from my family and his family, so holidays are kind of tough right now. And my family is totally cool with being no, it's cool, we can do this cool thing for Thanksgiving, and then you don't have to see us for Christmas, it's cheaper and less crazy on our schedules, but then it means we miss BGG, because we usually have to fly across the country, and it just doesn't make sense to fly when we fly at certain times, so... We do really miss BGG. Though apparently, I guess it's getting really crazy. I don't know. They're all getting crazy.
Yeah, conventions just tend to get packed and stuff.
But I've convinced Steve that Essen is the best.
Essen is the best. Essen is the best Essen.
Yeah, so I think Gen Con is solidly, like, for us, and it's all about the Essen now. But, man, I really want to do BGG next year. Like, every year we're like, we're not going to miss BGG again, and then we totally miss it. So, right now my family is saying they're not going to do Thanksgiving trip. They're going to do something else, and then maybe we can do BGG for Thanksgiving instead, which would be really nice. That would be super great.
That would be super great.
Yeah, so I will attempt to get tickets again. But coolies. Alright, Steve is obviously in deck building mode. And I don't mind the travel for Essen because it's a great excuse to go to Europe, and I just can sit and watch movies. I actually just like the sitting and watching movies part, but yeah. I also went to significantly less conventions this year as last year, so that helps a lot. But yep. Who knows?
Wow, my deck is really event heavy.
Yeah, it is.
These are all the events.
They're not cheap. Oh,
sorry, this is support.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna call it, this is our second stream of the night, so, you guys have made the chat interesting, so now I'm just like, I want to hang out in the chat longer. Interesting. Apparently there's a new Oink game coming out. Ooh, in a week at the Tokyo Games Market. Tokyo Game Market is still on my bucket list of cons. I definitely want to go and vlog Tokyo Game Market. That is a thing. I need to do that. Do you think a Kickstarter would succeed for that? If we kickstarted going to Tokyo Game Market to vlog it?
No. Well, if our costs were, like, it wouldn't... If we had, like, very specific or very low costs, it would help, I think, but...
I think it would have to be $1,500, because the plane tickets alone.
Yeah, I don't think that would work.
And then the travel. I mean, the Essen one worked the first time.
I know, but I don't think TGM is, like...
It's not, it's not as big as it was. People I don't think are as curious about it.
Man, that ATST.
Yeah, there are two Tokyo Game Markets a year, and I don't know which one I would go to, but I definitely want to go to one. Probably not the one in winter, because I've heard Tokyo in winter is both beautiful and disgusting. So, somewhat like New York in winter. But, yeah. Steve is now in build mode. Math is hard, y'all. Well, frick, if you're gonna break down and build, I'm gonna break down and build. I wonder if I could build the mill deck without destroying my stuff.
Yeah, I have, like, all the blue villains.
Well, here's some more blue villains. I got a No Mercy.
Yeah, I saw that. I just pulled that out.
Here, another Feel Your Anger. I don't know if you want that.
I have two.
Oh, man. Daring Escape. I don't think I've ever successfully played Daring Escape. Scramble. Love Scramble. I like this keyboard. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a chickly. It's just because it's small, it's tiny, it's Bluetooth. And I stole it from my work when I worked at a high-paying tech job. Anyway. Free keyboards are the best keyboards. Quite legitimately. Need another Infamous. Oh my god, I love It's a Trap. Such a great card. So I need more of cheap events, and then I need more die-based cards. I feel like I almost need to like put in your special. Or your, I think I need to use the throne room. Alright. Having played this deck a bunch, I can now tell you with confidence that Daring Escape can go F itself. And a hit and run can come in. Because hit and run is amazing. So when you deck build, you can have maximum 2 of each type of card. And you can have exactly a 30 card deck. There is no less, there is no more. Ooh. I need more dice-based cards. It's the thing with this deck.
Okay, so I need to add 6 cards.
I think this card, oh, it's really helpful if I need it. You need to add 6 cards? Oh, so you're pulling 6. Okay, I get it.
This is pretty, well, that was just, it's a starter. But
Yeah, but just because it's a starter doesn't mean it's bad.
I mean, I know it's just because you keep doing range, but this dodge looks really appealing. I get to remove all the dice showing range damage. Oh, it's 2, though. That's pretty expensive.
I want to put in this black market because it's die-based and it's pretty sweet for damage and resources and shields. BB-8 is helpful. I think I'm going to pull push first. Or shoot first for black market.
I can do a General Veers and 2 Stormtrooper deck. With the ATSC and the TIE Fighters. Just go all in on blasting.
Yeah, if you want. I mean, I could try building my mill deck. Do we have 2 patients?
Just the one thing?
Sure.
Well, I haven't looked in the hero side, so I guess I haven't.
That's cool. I'll let you guys hang out in the chat, and we'll just deck build. That's pretty sick.
I feel like I always discard Use the Force. It binds all things was really useful.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I feel your anger is gonna go.
Oh yeah, there's another. Oh, we have 2 patients. We have 3 patients now. Done. Nice. That's expensive. So if I build an Amadea character for milling.
I'm gonna wait you up.
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's really great how, like, thematic these cards are. Like, it makes sense that you're gonna play cards together that are grouped a certain way. Where's the other one? Alright. Where are the neutrals? Right here. That's a hero card. Oh, that's a villain. Oh, I'm just going through a deck. I was like, what is this? It's a deck. That explains so much. So I think my mill deck does Aladea. What's Ray? 14, 12. It's a 26er. What if I did Han? Oh my god, that's disgusting. Do that.
I keep taking the Emperor out of my deck. Like, he's cool, but...
Like, he's cool, but...
yeah, he's all, like, feel your anger is count the number of blanks not showing on an opponent's dice, remove that many. Pulling the strings is look at the top 3 cards and remove them. It's like... they're all... like, literal string pulling stuff, and not, like, destroying the other player. And that's what fits with my deck. Is just making Poe go away forever.
But you have to... Okay, but you have to, like, actually do damage. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Seven, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I gotta take 4 cards out, and then I got a deck. Woo! I think that's too expensive. Is it 4? That's super important. Super important.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Keep taking that out of my deck. What did I say? 4? I have to take 4 out. I do not have enough dice space cards. Do you have an extra lightsaber? Was there another one?
I have both.
You use both? That's fine. I'm cheating, it's fine.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
I'm not. That's gross.
Hide my dice over here.
Wow. Oh, hey, another Infamous? I need that for my other deck. I thought we didn't have them. I think the cards got split up at some point. Yes, because these are not... These are neutrals. Our chat has dissolved into conversations about keyboards. Wait, are we playing again?
No. I was just tweaking my deck, that's all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I have to take 3 out because I added more. Can I do that? I can't do that.
So I think, from what I can tell, we have 4 blue hero dice, 4 blue neutral dice, and 4 blue villain dice.
Yes.
It's equal.
That was a really good Emperor sound thing. I don't know what to pull out. Also, I think I just rubbed chili pepper in my eye.
That happens.
It does.
It's a risk.
Mm-hmm. During escape, I don't want you in a deck, apparently. So good! Actually, yeah, I'm gonna swap that. Take out that. I'll do... that. So I think I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I still got 1. 1 card! Don't honestly know. Alright, I built another deck. It's great.
Did you see what I said the other day?
About?
The family reunion picture?
That is not...
About how Padme would have been in it, but she was only there in spirit.
Oh. Kabuki said, she's impressed that I can count cards while reading at the same time. I have learned that working at a game store that does rentals and a use section means that 60% of your job is counting. And I mean that quite actually. Like counting components.
It's like rewinding videos, but by hand.
Yeah. Or counting orders, taking in orders and counting orders. But yeah, mostly my job is counting rentals and use games. That get returned. Well, yeah, you have to do 2 cards. You can only have 30 cards, so 2 cards of each type. I'm gonna put Infamous in that deck, and then I'm gonna tweak it again. I don't think this deck's gonna be good, but it's it's a double Ray, double Padme deck, which is interesting. Oof. Aldi wants us to play again. Alright, we'll play again. Just because I really want to try this deck that I just threw together rapidly and with no consideration. Or I could play my other deck, which I tweaked. Which I still need to tweak slightly. I think I'm going to have exactly enough sleeves. Yeah! Exactly enough sleeves. Though I don't have a location for this one. Do you know where our stash of locations are?
Is
it with the villains? Oh, I definitely have to do Jedi Temple, I think. Or Command Center.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the neutrals.
I think Command Center one. Alright, do that one. And I guess I can use the Ultra Pro.
Do you know where the neutrals are?
They're mostly here. There's a couple heroes on top from me ditching cards. These are neutrals. I need to find my dice. Also double trigger. Alright, Aldi, we'll play again because we really like you as a person. Also, we like this game. So I need my Padmes and my Rays. And then I need... You have both light... Wait, we should have... Oh, it's an incendiary grade. Looks like we should have more lightsabers. Do I have a BB in this deck? Are we playing Force against Force?
I was...
What?
I was gonna...
Oh, you're building another deck? I was ready to roll. Oh, did you put the Sith hologrammer in there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where's the Jedi robes? The Jedi robes. Force throw. Yep. And that one. I do not have enough dice in this deck. Oh my goodness. I have not enough dice in this deck. I'm wondering if I should build a Leia. Padme Leia? Oh. What is Leia's thing? Do you have the characters?
Oh, those are some heroes.
Those aren't... Oh, yeah, those are hero cards. Where's Leia? I want to build a Han Leia deck. Be the sexiest thing in the world.
Wait, we can build a Hanleia deck, right? Because
We can. It's 26. A Hanleia deck is 26 points. If you have 2 Leias, it's 30.
8, 29.
Or if you have 2 Hans and 1 Leia, it's 30. It's basically the best. We need to put an Infamous. Are we playing our new decks versus our new decks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will tweak this while you are still doing stuff. Because I need another Infamous. Like, desperately. I think I just need to pull out that one. Swap that. Another Infamous. That's a neutral. Where'd the neutral go? Neutral yellow. So what are you building? You're building a military deck. And all, wow. Wow. It's basically, yeah.
Because I don't know the game super well, I'm doing single colors so that I have less cards to choose from.
Yeah. I may or may not foolishly not doing that. We don't have enough sleeves for you to sleeve yours. I just used these.
I think
Do you have more tasty someplace?
yeah, there's a pack upstairs.
Oh, actually, there might be a pack in here. My chair is falling. I'm falling. Ah! Just bent that card. Oh, hey! We have an Ultra Pro box in here that we can use for ducks. Sweet. We can also put all the bits in one of these. A freaking component.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's much nicer. I do not. There are no sleeves down here. Or in here, I should say. Oh, that's a lie. I've got a bunch of black sleeves that I got for free at the thing. But they're just black. Okay, are you close? Oh, this
Very
Ultra Pro is
close.
empty too. Here I was looking for more of those. We just have them.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah, I don't think I have more sleeves.
Uh,
Ow, that was my face.
I'm gonna run upstairs.
Okay. Caught myself. Okay, well, so the deal with this one is we're doing clear sleeves on these decks because it's easier to shuffle, and then we're just not unsleeving anything because they're all clear. So, yeah. Whee. Shouldn't talk. How many games did we bring back from Madison? Oh, you did have more tasties.
Like 30? Easy what? I don't have anything.
I think our collection's like 300, and I'm already like, it's too big. I have to get rid of stuff. I'm just like, must get rid of this. I cannot. I just can't imagine. We live in a small house, but even then, like, yeah, I don't know. My patience for games has gotten so small.
Also, it's like, the more games you get at once, the more you'll like filter through and get rid of, it seems. So like if you're just selective up front, you know, you're more like you'll probably keep a similar number if you're just more selective up front. What's with the 1,000-yard stare? You're just staring into the distance.
Yeah, I was debating. We were moving once a year, basically. Well, sort of. So on average, I moved every 13 months since I graduated college. And that was 8 years ago. Yeah, 8.5 years ago. And we did that partially because just in the Bay Area, rents are just horrible and they would always raise and like conditions would always change. And it was always really tough because I had a dog, so finding apartments were always tough, and landlords would know that, and so they would up rents or change policies and stuff like that because they knew how hard it was to find a place to live if you had a dog. So there was that. And then when we moved to Portland, we really liked our apartment, and they did up our rent, but we liked the apartment a lot, and it wasn't that big of a deal that they upped our rent, but it was more of the housing market was going crazy, and we knew we wanted to stay in Portland, and we knew we wanted to buy. So we bought this place, and I love this house. I hate certain parts of this house immensely, but I love this house. It's the perfect size for us.
And like, we could go smaller too. Like now that we're kind of settling in, we're like,
we could go smaller, but the great thing about this house is that there is the potential to very easily expand because the attic is like half finished. The floor needs to be redone, and it's sagging because they removed a support wall, which is entirely stupid of them. And the ceilings are kind of low in the attic, but we could easily put in we could pop out a dormer. We could take out the chimney. That would cost like $1,000 to do, to take out the chimney and like patch the roof, and then that would give us more space in the attic. Or we could put a skylight in, which would add a lot of light and stuff. So we could convert the attic into a nice bedroom space, and yeah. But we do not have to move again soon. Don't you dare say that, Kabuki Kid. We have some stuff happening.
I don't have 2 General Veers dice, so mine will only be 25 points.
Okay. I think mine is 26, so that's fine. We do not have to move again soon. Our garage, which is unattached from the house, is a disaster area. It's not horrendous, but it's pretty awful. It has mushrooms growing on the wall. It's got rats. The one wall is just very open, so it's hard to seal off from things like rats and the elements. And so we want to tear it down and then build a shed or like a guest studio, or even just doing a tiny house on the concrete pad.
EG, I'm sorry I dropped the Star Wars Destiny trademark cards on you.
But that's like... The idea is we want to turn that space into an Airbnb for gamers. So people can come and stay in our backyard, where we have like nice plants, and it's really nice back there, and it's private.
And they have a roof.
And they would have a roof.
They're not just staying in our backyard.
Yeah, they're in like a nice guest studio or tiny house, and then we can put games from our collection in the tiny house, and like if we know them, we would definitely welcome them into our home to like play games with us and hang out. So yeah. Yep. But, yeah, that's the plan, is to eventually open a Airbnb. in our backyard. And my mom really wants us to do the tiny house thing. She's like to the point where she'll even pay for half of it. Or I think she even said she'd pay for all of it the last I talked. She just really wants a tiny house. But she was like, yeah, I'll buy a tiny house and put it in your backyard, and then you guys can run an Airbnb out of it. Like, okay. So I have, like, no dice for this deck. This deck does not have a lot of dice. But these can all go bye-bye. So that's our current, like, house living situation plan. In case you cared. Yeah, rats suck. We hired an exterminator, and he's like, well, you have to fix the giant hole in the garage. So we have to figure out how to do that. Okay, we're gonna play again. I'm not gonna teach you, Aldi, because you're a smart man.
That's why they call him Smart Aldi.
He's all the smarties. The stream has turned into a hangout stream, and I'm okay with it. Are you using the Imperial Armory
Yes.
as your location? Okay. I'm using the command center.
Whoa. Padme and Rey. Padme's unique.
I call this girl power. Oh, she is unique. So I just do that. Dang it. My math was still
But
accurate.
you have 2 Rey dice, yeah. So
I still have the
12
same
and
amount of
14,
dice.
Yeah.
I still have the exact same amount of dice. I just have less cards out. Where are the characters?
Mm.
I think they're there. Okay. So, to determine who goes first, we roll all of our dice, and you count up the numbers on them. 3. Let's not accidentally draw. Okay, one of those things was a ball, and one was a dog.
3.
Really? 4.
3.
Okay.
You got it.
So whoever wins the dice roll gets to pick which battlefield we play with, and who goes first is dependent on that. Alright, we're gonna go for my full mill strategy, so command center. Each opponent discards up to 2 cards from their deck.
Ooh, when you claim?
Yeah. Speaking of which, we need to figure out when we're gonna board up that garage. We better do that before we left. We could.
Is there somewhere that has the keywords?
Right there, yeah. So I go first. Totally a different kind of deck than I'm used to playing. Activating Rey. Oh, yeah, so you get 2 shields allocated to whomever you like. I'm actually gonna... Let's divide damage and other stuff. Right, I activated Rey as my turn. Yup, a 10. I too am glad that we do not have to move to Peakhead. There's like a lot of house projects we have to do.
I'm going to probe 2 random cards in an opponent's hand, discard any of their events.
Trippy. You're gonna have good luck. They're all events.
I'm helping you with the mill strategy.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to be milling my deck. Your turn.
I'm going to give this First Order Stormtrooper the Guardian keyword.
I'm going to do my special, discard the top 2 cards of your deck.
My deck?
Yep.
Do I get to see them?
Nope. Well, I mean, yeah, as you discard them, but they're gone. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Twitch, I didn't see you. I don't know how long it's there. This is Star Wars Destiny, not Star Wars Edge. I think that's why the Twitch thing says Destiny. Sorry, we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so it's hard to see both shots. It's your turn.
Yeah, activate General Viewers.
I'll activate Ray to get 2 resources.
Activate Stormtrooper.
Claim. Discard 2 cards.
This is going to go badly.
We'll see. I don't have a lot of damage dealing things.
Well, I'll activate this Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to go for me.
3 damage to Padme.
Okay.
And then I'll just eat that.
Cool. I will discard that and draw 3. Did not shuffle well enough. Alright, I start Jedi robing on Rey for 2. So I get my robes.
Probe again.
It's gonna go really well for you. I will activate Rey. Let's change the cameras. Okay. Oh, I just realized this card is completely useless in this deck. It's great. It's great.
Oh, we're just super fast playing decks.
Yep.
Activate General Viewers.
Hey, EG, or I'm sorry. Activating Padme. That's everything. This is working out really well. Really well.
I'm gonna deal this Stormtrooper 3 damage.
Move up to 2 in its opponent's dice.
So I'm gonna remove that die. And then that die.
I will discard that card, which is useless, to reroll. You didn't spend.
Yeah, I had 3.
I'll take it. Sorry.
Activate the Stormtrooper. Oop.
Wow. Discard a card from your hand. Oh, random. Sorry.
Wait, oh, is that her special?
No, it's
Oh.
just simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll discard that to reroll the robes. Same exact value.
Okay. Discard cannon fodder.
Oh, shiznit. Ouchie. Should have saved that. Alright, dealing 1 damage to general ears.
Okay, spending 1 to deal 4 damage to Padme.
You have to take the damage.
Right. That's important.
Alright, so you deal 4 to Padme. I claim...
Wait, no, I discarded a shield.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you have a shield. Oh, your giant chunky dice were hiding it. I claim discard 2 cards.
Keep forgetting to claim. And get a resource. And we're done.
This is a very different deck from Poe. And I already realized we do not have enough cards.
Did you use your 2 resources?
Yes. Okay. I will do raise staff. As is important to do. Yota. Which costs 2.
General Veers.
Activate Ray. Nice.
Activate Stormtrooper.
I'll activate Padme.
Activate this Stormtrooper.
Focus Padme to do these 2 dice. I'll do that side to that. Oh, sorry. Not this one, this one. This was a plus. That was that. Sorry, this one. Do that.
I'm gonna do cannon fodder to him. So he takes. Actually, what is the guardian keyword?
So Guardian means before he activates, you can...
I can do that power. Yeah. So instead of playing that card, I could have...
He's already activated, though.
Right, okay. So yeah, cannon fodder to take 3 to remove raised staff.
The item? Like it's in the
No,
discard?
I just used the die.
Oh, you remove the die.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll play Awakening. Your turn. Sorry, that's rude. Where's the black dog?
Oh, she was on the couch.
She's not there anymore. Maybe she went to the bedroom. Hi, kitty.
How much damage does Padme have?
She has 7.
I'm gonna discard Dug in to reroll.
Willpower. I move 1 damage from Padme to the Stormtrooper, killing him. It's pretty crazy from a Force perspective. We're quite honest. I was trying to flip it face down. We haven't added ATST, so yeah. And yes, the cat walks through the games quite frequently, but she does so gracefully.
I'm just gonna claim discard 2 cards. Or I'll do a damage to Padme.
Cool. Patience. I remove 4 dice, discard 4 dice.
For cards, you said discard 4 dice.
Sorry. 4 cards from the top of your deck.
Those are good cards. Okay, now I claim. Discard 2 cards.
Oh, you got my other patience. Okay. Sweet. That's the round. We draw back up to 5. Oh no! Oh no, Kitty, I dropped a card. I gotta go. Okay. And then 2 resources. Did you get your 2 resources?
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of resources.
And I claimed, right? ATST for 6.
We reserved our Essen hotel before we left Germany. Before Essen was even over. It's amazing. Did you just put the ATST into play? Yes, you did. Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to... Don't get cocky. Everybody draws 2 cards.
I'm at my hand limit, so I only draw 1.
Oh, right. I'm at my hand limit, so I draw 1. So the top one would be that one.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
I do the ATST for 3.
Okay. I'm going to play Jedi's Council. I can exhaust it to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Then you choose one. Oh, wait. Yeah. Cool.
Bye. Activate General Veers.
I'm going to give Padme a shield. She did not take that opportunity.
And discard Judge Work to roll the Stormtrooper.
Activating Padme.
Discard Personal Escort to roll everything.
Very nice. Discard 2 cards.
From my deck?
Yep.
I discard a support, so Jedi Council goes away.
Okay. I activate Ray. It's super hard to roll with a cat. Sorry, I said the word CIT too loudly. You're fine. She's crossing the battlefield, maybe.
Oh, action. Remove his die to turn any of your support to any side. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important.
We stay at the Motel 1, Aldi.
I'm gonna take a resource.
It's subway stops away from the con, but the hotel's breakfast is really good. It's super cheap, and actually, it's like less walking than staying at the Congress Atlantic.
Okay, your turn.
unpredictable. Damn it! He's very predictable, it turns out.
Padme's at what?
She's at 7, and she's got a shield.
Okay, then I'll deal 4 to kill her. I mean, make her take a rest.
Alright, Padme's down. I'll activate that to get a
Where's my
resource.
Darth Vader deck?
Oh. Take your turn. I got a resource.
I claim discard 2 cards.
Could have claimed. Should have claimed. Instead, I'm going to do 5 damage to Stormtrooper.
You gonna do other stuff?
I think that's everything I can do. I guess I could re-roll. No, I'm good. That's it for me. 2. Kitty, you're super cute. I'm gonna need you to move in a sec. This game's getting too serious, kitty buddy. Stay in the hood. Go for the parrot. Go for the parrot. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Oh, the camera got moved. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do Tactical Mastery, spot a red character to take up to 2 additional actions. So I'm going to do my ATST, which is special. What does Awakening do?
Exhaust this support to resolve one of your dice showing a modified side. Attaching the blaster.
I get another action.
Oh, was it ambush?
No, I spot a red character, take up to 2 additional actions. So that was my first. And then I'm gonna do.
I really like what's on
I
one.
had to pay 1 to do that.
There's a nice like pasta restaurant that has gluten free. It's really nice.
And then I'm gonna do General Beers.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Alright, I'll spend my 2 to attach my blaster. Also, I forgot this entire time. After I upgrade on Rey, I can take an additional action. So I will.
Cheat.
It's not cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It's retconning. We need to fix the toilet.
I'm gonna do General Beers. Remove the side to turn any one of your support dice to any side, so it's gonna turn to the 5.
Sweet. Discard a card randomly from your hand.
Pay a resource to do 5 damage to Rey.
Yep. I don't know how I can like force you to do cards from your hand unless I force you to discard them. Attacking that to get a resource. Playing like around the cat. Super awesome.
Sorry, General Beers was activated. Activate the Stormtrooper. It's a blank.
Alright. Activating lightsaber to do 3 damage to
the Stormtrooper, killing him.
Yeah.
That's what he's there for. I mean, what? Sorry, Stormtrooper. I didn't mean that. The upgrades get discarded. And then I'm gonna claim.
Unless they have redeploy on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna claim discard too.
Hi, Kitty. Giving Rey a shield. Discarding the Wookiee wheel.
Aldi asked what the goal of the game was.
To defeat each other's characters. And I re-rolled and it didn't do me any good. So I will...
Yeah, we should have main characters that have health,
again.
and we're trying to either,
Useless.
get rid of all the other person's cards or defeat their characters.
Alright, I'm passing then. So the point of my deck is to try and mill him, and I'm close, but I'm also out of cards. So the only way I can defeat him now is either by killing him, which is not looking good for me, or by getting all the cards out of his hand, which would be really tough. But Steve gets to go first because he claimed the battlefield.
I'm gonna activate the ATST.
Hi, your butt is cute, but it's 100% in the way. I'm missing a die. I should have had that die.
Mm-hmm.
No, I should have had the holdout blaster. Dang it.
You Darth Vadering? By forgetting about a thing that's Darth Vadering. Do non-magic players know what milling means in card games?
Probably not. Probably not. So milling means, well, Pokemon players know. Milling means, like, completely making their deck disappear.
Activate general viewers. Your turn.
Sweet. I will... willpower to activate that to get a resource.
Remove general viewers die to turn this to the 5 side.
It's 5 melee.
5 ranged.
Choose a symbol showing one of your blue dice, then remove all of an opponent's dice showing that symbol.
Nice.
Yep. And the best part is I keep mine, which was this one. Your turn. Did I not roll robes? No, I used robes. Oh, I didn't need to discard that. Yeah, I have 2 still. Because I got 1. Yeah, I don't know where the puppy went. She's not there.
I'm gonna pay this 1 resource, deal 3 damage to him, and then remove those 2 dice.
Wow. I will discard diplomatic immunity to reroll my 2 rays. Yes. I will. Oh, it's your turn.
I claim discard 2 cards.
From the top of my deck.
Yeah.
Which I don't have.
Oh, that's not your deck?
No, this is a character. Discard a card from your hand.
Randomly or I choose?
I choose random.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a pretty pricey one. I will,
Oh,
deal...
he had a shield, so...
I haven't done damage to him yet?
I did deal 3 damage
Oh,
to
you
him.
did.
So.
Well, here, I'm going to deal 1 damage to him right now. There you go. And then I will also play willpower to move 1 damage from an exhausted to an exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet! You have 2 cards. I have 1 card left. Oh my god. Oh my god, this game! And you go first. It's the worst. It's the worst.
If I play my last card, do I lose? Like...
At the end of a round, after upkeep.
Okay, so I can play my last card and try to Hail Mary you.
Yeah. Ditto. Oh, I totally didn't do that. Whoops. After you play this upgrade, give attached character 1 shield.
Okay. I'm doing the ATST.
Okay, I am detaching Jedi robes and attaching another Rey's staff. And then, because it's Rey, I get to activate. So I'm rolling her.
I roll general viewers. Your turn.
Okay, I can't re-roll anything. I have nothing that lets me re-roll. That was ambush. I didn't do it as ambush because I'm an idiot. I deal 3 damage. You're gonna win.
I turn this to the 5 side.
I deal another 1 damage. 1 point! 1 point of damage!
I'm going to do firepower. Resolve one of your red dice showing range damage, increasing its value by 1 or by 2 if you're resolving a vehicle die. So 7 to Rey.
Which is enough.
And I don't have to pay for the. It says resolve. I can pay for it.
No, resolve means that you have to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Resolve means you do the thing like you normally would. So 7. You needed 7 exactly.
Yep.
How does that?
It's a vehicle.
Yep.
And it's in the picture.
You killed me exactly.
The art.
But you would have won anyway because I had no cards.
The art is the ATST, and then it was the ATST doing it.
Good game. That was pretty good for like Flash building those on camera. Oh my goodness, that was intense. Also, so I realized I have 2 riposte, whatever,
Reposts, yeah.
cards, which are all about remove any number of shields from one of your characters, then deal damage for that. Except for none of the dice and none of the characters that I have give shields. The only way I can get shields is I have 2 of the covers, which will get me 2 shields max, which means these 2 cards are completely useless in this deck. And that's what you learn when you speed build.
So I just want to say that Rey was up against the might.
So I need to, like, take that out.
The might of the Imperial Army and Navy, and didn't have any shield capabilities.
Yeah, and she was 1 hit point from KOing you. Oh my gosh. It's like the worst. Padme, man. Padme held it. Padme held
it. I wanted to get her earlier, but...
So the riposte works really well in a Qui-Gon deck.
What was
Qui-Gon.
the riposte?
It's the remove shields to do damage.
Oh, yeah.
I need more upgrades, because Rey's big thing is whenever you do an upgrade, you get an ambush, essentially. So that's Star Wars Destiny again!
Right. We have 4 decks.
I need to remove those from this deck. We do have 4 decks. That was my location. Gimme. Coolies.
Cool. Alright.
Well,
Thanks, Kabuki Kid.
thank you for everybody that stuck around and watched our second game on our second stream of the night. We shall put our puppies to bed now. Not really. Still gonna roll for a bit, but can put our game away. I'm using the insert from the starters as dividers, or as a thing to hold all the dice, and then I'm using the dice as dividers for decks in the box. It's actually rather convenient. That's my deck.
The puppy is raising hell in the bedroom.
And by raising hell, do you mean sleeping?
Curled up at the foot of the bed.
Yep. She likes to sleep in the bed. Tis a silly game, but I like it.
I mean, most of the games we've played so far have been pretty close.
Well, except for last game. I like to use the dice as dividers.
And the color stuff is pretty interesting. Just the feel, The feel of that deck was completely different from my Blue Force deck, and just like what the abilities did. And
Are you gonna die? Should have taken out that extra life insurance policy. / do we have a life insurance policy on you? Comes with your work, right?
yeah, but life insurance policies through employers are always funny. Like, because sometimes your employer just takes out a life insurance policy that benefits itself and doesn't pay out you or your dependents.
But did you like get one that pays out me and the dog?
Yeah, probably. Downside, dog. Daddy is no more. Upside, you're now getting payments every month. And you can have as many Chewies as you want.
Well, that your favorite Chewies are expensive, turns out.
Yeah.
When you have 2 dogs, Chewies get pricey. Okay, our new stupid Tupperwares to hold stuff doesn't actually really work that well.
I mean, they would if you put dice in them.
Look, you're not my mom, who will be here in 2 weeks on a special Tiffany's Mom's on the Stream Again edition stream.
What's she gonna play? Viticulture?
Oh my god. I wish we could play Viticulture with her on the stream. She would love Viticulture. But we played Viticulture on the stream, unless we can't play.
We haven't played Tuscany
We
this week.
can't do it. It's just, it's impossible. It's impossible. Everything is awful. Everything is ruined for forever. You can't fit more. You can't. I've tried this many times. Alright, well... We'll just have one Tupperware. It's all fine. Yeah, so tune in for Thursday's stream where we'll play Toria and or Rhodes. Maybe not an or statement on that one. Or and. Toria or Rhodes, and with John, our awesome fellow gamer buddy, pal. Why do I have more cards over here? Oh, these are the characters for this deck. Thanks for tuning in. Where's the tasty minstrel sleeves, the extras? No, that's empty. Oh. They fell. Probably when the cat was doing the thing.
I blame the cat.
Where's the rules? Okay. Star Wars Destiny Collection sorted. Whew.
I think that's the first time you've said sorted this week that you like actually sorted something.
I hate you. So Scott asks, do you feel the rare cards are more powerful? Or are all cards good? So every card that comes with a die is a rare technically. The legendaries are the ones that are like more rare.
Well, the dice
and they are powerful, but you really do need to have certain combinations of dice combos, legendary or not. They definitely designed the system with certain combos in mind.
Yeah,
so.
Well, and also for the cards that aren't dice, because you get 4 cards in a pack that aren't cards with a dice and 1 card that is, and I think you get 1 uncommon, like 1 yellow card, and then 3 blues, so 3 commons. And some of those yellows, it can be really handy to have 2 of in your deck.
Yeah.
But you could probably build a deck fine out of all the commons.
Well, most
but
of
the uncommons are nice.
There's only 9 rares in the starters, and those rares aren't even that soon. There are certain rares that are more powerful. Yes, you definitely need rares. In regards to like needing ultra rares, if you have the right deck for it, then yeah, you need them, and you'll get them. They're 1 in 6 in the boosters, which is pretty good considering. So if you want to get one, if you for sure want to get one, buy a booster box because you will get 6. Like you will get 5 to 6. It's guaranteed. So yeah, and yes, I agree. The box needs a nice Star Wars label. I might draw one on there at some point. But it is almost midnight here, and the puppy is sleepy, and the kitchen is still a mess, so...
So the puppy's gonna clean the kitchen?
No. Unless you're the puppy.
Alright. Alright.
Thanks for tuning into the late night stream. Again, we'll see Summer and or all of you on Thursday. Good night.
Good night.